subscribe to Sporting Icons to stay in touch with all the top news. God bless you all.
Right, I was just watching Behind the Gloves with Michelle Joy Phelps. Ooh, she knows. Now, anyway, so big up to her. I don't often do that, but she asked the right questions. Reporters out there, take a leaf out of Michelle Joy Phelps' book and actually ask the right questions. Ask the questions that the fans want to know. And she asked Tom Loeffler, who is of course manager promoter for Ggg Gennady Golovkin, who's set to have a rematch with Canelo on September the 15th, which I believe is going to be at the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. That hasn't been confirmed yet, I don't believe, but I think that's where it's going to happen. But she asked about Billy Joe Saunders. Well, of course she did. Yeah, well, we ain't going to get into that one. But she said about Billy Joe Saunders and Triple G, and was there any kind of validity to some of the rumours about potentially if the Triple G fight didn't happen, would he have fought Billy Joe Saunders? Now, bearing in mind, a couple of months ago, Abel Sanchez, who is of course a trainer of Triple G, said that a fight between Triple G and Billy Joe Saunders is unlikely to ever happen because Billy Joe would price himself out. Well, Tom Loeffler said today, and I like Tom Loeffler. I think he's an excellent boxing man. Really, I do. He's a good promoter and he's just clear with everything. And it's almost like he doesn't hide behind anything. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but for me, that's the impression that I get. Now, he said that an offer was put into Billy Joe Saunders. It was originally rejected. Then they counter-offered and then everything was agreed. So everything was agreed for Billy Joe to take on Triple G. Now, of course, this is in recent days. This is before Triple G got stripped of the IBF as well. So it's a shame, really, that these two could end up fighting, but it's not going to be for undisputed. Now Triple G's been stripped of the IBF. But that's the IBF for you. It's as I've been saying for a long time, when people say that Joshua should have fought Ortiz rather than Pulev. Well, I said, no, the IBF will strip him. When I said about many other examples, the IBF will just screw you. You know, they did with Tyson Fury, and now they've done it with Triple G, and they've done it with plenty of others out there. So I can't really criticise them too much because at least they are consistent, right? It's a case of face are mandatory or else. Now, he said that Billy Joe Saunders had actually accepted and agreed to fight Triple G. They agreed with the terms, everything, and I believe that he said that the fight would have happened in Los Angeles. I think that's what he said, but don't hold me to that one. So I'm pleased that Michelle Joy Phelps asked this question because obviously there's like a lot of people out there who say that Billy Joe Saunders is ducking Triple G. He doesn't really want Triple G, and other people say that Triple G is ducking Billy Joe Saunders, doesn't really want. So this kind of clears up that both teams were actually talking and they actually agreed to have a fight. Now, of course, Triple G has opted for the Canelo rematch. It's for a couple of reasons, in my opinion. Number one, money, because it's way more money, right? And second of all, a chance for revenge for a fight that me and probably most other boxing people thought that Triple G won that first fight. But you know what? We were okay with the draw, I think, most people, because it was a pretty close fight. But it was the Adelaide Bird scorecard that really overshadowed everything, which really put a real damper on it. So Triple G, he wants to get revenge on Canelo. And it's Canelo's fault, you know, let's be honest, why Triple G got stripped of the IBF and all this hoo-ha over a lot of things, because he failed the PED test. You know, you're a multi-millionaire and you're eating tacos from a side van that's contaminated, if you was to believe the contaminated meat story, right? But anyway, that aside, so this just proves that Billy Joe Saunders is not avoiding Triple G and Triple G is not avoiding Billy Joe Saunders. So hopefully these guys will fight by the end of this year, which is what Tom Loeffler said, that he believes that these two will get together. Whatever happens with Canelo is whatever's going to happen, but these two will fight at some point. As I said, it's unfortunate it's not going to be for the IBF. I believe Danny Jacobs is going to take on Devchenko for that vacant belt. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, of course. But for me, I hope that Triple G blasts through Canelo. I think what Canelo has done recently, I think he deserves to take a loss. I do. Which is unfortunate because he's a very, very good fighter. And I like Canelo. It's just that the whole thing with the PED and the excuses, for me, I just don't buy it. But Anyway, the whole point of this was purely just to say that Billy Joe Saunders is not avoiding Triple G, because there's a lot of people out there who think that he is. And this proved that he isn't, because for the second time now, Billy Joe Saunders has agreed to the terms of Triple G. Originally, it was before the original Canelo fight as well, that he agreed to go to Kazakhstan and have a fight, and the money was, everything was sorted out. Then Triple G never returned the contract, the signed contract, and then opted to fight Canelo. So pretty much same thing with this one, right? But Billy Joe Saunders wants Triple G. I don't know when this fight's going to happen, but Tom Loeffler seems pretty confident it will happen before the end of the year. What Billy Joe's going to do between now and then, not too sure. We know that Frank Warren, when he said, was it yesterday or the day before? It was in Belfast. Yes, it was yesterday actually. That he's kind of hoping that he's going to get a fight announced for Billy Joe Saunders soon. And it's going to be against a fighter that a lot of people have wanted Billy Joe Saunders to fight. So obviously that rules out Triple G and Canelo, because they're fighting each other. Danny Jacobs, that isn't going to happen because he's going to be fighting Derevchenko for the vacant IBF. So for me, hopefully, Jamal Charlo. Or could it be a Chris Eubank Jr. rematch? Unlikely, to be fair. Unlikely with that one. So for me, I want to go with Jamal Charlo. Why not? I think everybody would be up for that fight, wouldn't they? That's a fight that a lot of people would love. I mean, you could argue that Martin Murray deserves that opportunity against Billy Joe, as he's been counselled on twice by Billy Joe, both from through injuries. So, yeah, for me, hopefully Jamal Charlo. I can't really think who else that could possibly be that the fans have been asking for, and it's a big fight. Outside Jamal Charlo, I can't really think. As I said, Danny Jacobs, he's going to be out of the equation. Triple G, Canelo, out of the equation. So who's it going to be? No idea outside of Jamal Charlo. There's nobody else that I really want to see him fight, to be honest. That's just me. That's just my opinion. But ultimately, we'll have to wait and see, of course. So anyway, drop your thoughts below about the possibility that now, even though it's not going to be undisputed, unfortunately, that Triple G will in fact take on Billy Joe Saunders at the end of the year, providing both these guys win their respective fights, of course. But as I said, we'll have to wait and see. So drop your thoughts below, click that thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.